I was let go because I wanted to take more than 2 weeks maternity leave. Now I can't find a job. My boss, who is very staunchly conservative, pro-life, and active in politics, led me to believe I would be allowed the full amount of unpaid leave covered by FMLA back in February. I was preparing to deliver an unplanned birth control baby and thought he would be nothing but supportive. On my way out the door the day before my leave was supposed to start, he pulled me into his office and wanted me to sign a document saying I was willingly terminating my employment with the company, and explained they didn't have to abide by FMLA requirements because their employee count was kept in the mid-40s, just under the minimum employee count of 50 that would require them to offer FMLA. This also meant I would be risking forfeiting my insurance just days before a huge medical cost. My baby could easily have arrived at the start of the next calendar month. His due date was 2 days before the end of the month. Long story short, I refused to sign the document, continued working a bit longer until I no longer had the energy to, then paid the huge cost for Cobra for myself and my baby. To say I felt betrayed is an understatement. I still have nightmares about that day all these months later. Now, I'm followed by the mom curse anytime I try to find a new position. Childcare is beyond expensive, and any job that would pay me enough to cover that cost views me as a risk because I just had my first baby. Not that I plan on having more. I'm a one-and-done mom. But employers don't know that. I have a college degree and even a fast food restaurant refused to hire me. I'm drowning in expenses and ready to give up and resign myself to a life of debt. Thankfully, I'm not completely helpless. My husband makes a good salary and covers the basics. But we really need additional income to pay off the cost of having a baby. It feels like the combination of low wages and high cost of childcare is a grand scheme to push women back out of the workplace. I'm honestly crushed to watch my career implode right when it was beginning. Edit. This happened in Orem, Utah. I made the rookie mistake at a couple of interviews of being honest when asked my reason for leaving my previous position. I told them they didn't offer me the FMLA I needed. I know. It was dumb. I am not doing the same thing in current interviews. Don't tell any more potential employers that you're a new mom. Check the labor laws in your area. And don't forget NLRB.org. At least part of what your boss did sounds illegal. I'll bet dollars to donuts the scumbag probably knows it, judging by what he originally led you to believe, compared to what he told you the day before your leave was supposed to start. Reason. You're in Utah, among the most conservative states in the USA. They all think you should be a stay-at-home mom and should never be working. Just to pile on more casual sexism, during that meeting he was shocked I was reliant on the company insurance, saying he thought I was covered by my husband. And then it all became too much and I started to cry. I tried so hard not to, but I was overwhelmed. And he said, "It's understandable you're crying. You are pregnant after all." As someone who currently lives in Orem, I'd be interested in knowing the company so I can actively avoid them. This boss is not pro-life. He is just pro-birth and does not give a SHT to what is happening after the birth. It still boggles my mind every time I see a post like this. Sorry, Americans. This advice is for everyone looking for a job, but especially women. Do not tell them anything about whether you are married, single, engaged, going through a divorce, etc. Do not tell them you are a mom, or mention your child, children, or even aging elderly parents you take care of. Say nothing about your home life. If prompted to answer those questions, then lie about it. All of that information they get is used against you. Do not tell them that your husband also works. or that you previously took time off for childbirth or illness, or for childcare. Never, ever tell them. Your bosses and HR are not your friends, and do not care about you. They want to hire someone who will have zero issues with work, and can be in the position 100% without disruption no matter how much you explain your own personal issues. If you need mommy hours for work, that is okay. But don't phrase it that way. Tell them these are the hours you are available. Period. And don't explain further. If they want to hire you, they will, but don't give them information that will prevent you from being hired. Reason number 68,799 for why we need national healthcare not tied to jobs. You need to tell us about your state and city if you're looking for help, advice. How are new jobs finding out that you have a new kid? Don't tell them anything about your personal life if that's how they're finding out. It's ironic how a pro-life boss fires a pregnant woman. Oh man, Utah is a hellscape for employment as a woman, let alone a new mom. I really wish you lots of luck and support. Wow, that sounds awful. Someone I work with is deciding how long to take off for maternity leave. Our organization gives full pay for first 6 months, with maternity pay for next 3 months, with the last 3 months unpaid. Basically can take up to a year. It's totally up to the mother. The US sounds awful. I enjoy visiting but wouldn't want to live there. What was the name of the company that did that to you? Pro-life up until you have to provide for it. Hypocrisy at its finest. Did you still file for unemployment? I would file for unemployment first, like today, then look into labor laws in your area. How pro-life of him. I'm sorry this happened to you, Op. I wish I had advice. Good luck in finding a less awful employer. Love how pro-lifers never support maternity leave. Man, you Americans need to get with the rest of the planet. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. Yep, no surprise there that this is in Utah.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.